Hey guys, I'm so sorry. YouTube would not let me be great. Of course, I have issues with my first video after I haven't posted for like ever. Sorry. Hi, how are we all doing? Oh, let's not forget the timer. So, if you are just coming here for the review begins in 10 minutes. So skip to the 10-minute mark. Hey guys. What's up, moderators? Thank you so much for being so diligent. I'm so sorry. So sorry. And also, if you got a notification yesterday, again, like I was trying to set reminders and YouTube was like sending out that like the video was live. And I'm telling you, listen, we're going to get on StreamYard soon and very soon. Please believe it. Soon and very soon. What's up? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm still celebrating. I had to, because of like what happened with my mom, I had to push everything back. So a lot of my birthday celebrations that got moved are happening this week. God is good. God is good. All righty. Let me just do my little video to let people know we're here. Oh, should I do this? Should I do sparkle face? Oh, yeah, I like sparkle face. No, that's weird. I don't look good in this one. Do we want to do fire? No, that gives me hell. We'll do sparkle. Hey guys, I'm currently on YouTube Live. We're discussing the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Real Housewives of Potomac. If you want to join into the conversation, please come join me right now on YouTube, NikkiStar TV. Love ya. Bye. See you soon. Was that good? Yeah, we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. Anyway. Hey, family. Hey, Black Lavender. Hey, Stars. Hey, Diva Law. What's up, Me Not Me 2008? Hey, Annie. Hey, Miss Lee Random. Thank you. Hey, Baka with 3 hours. Hey, Simply Simone. What's up? What? Simply Simone said, hey, Queen, did you see Wells Fargo is suing Erica's husband, Tom, for $800K? Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, if none of this is covered on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I'm out. I'm out, because why are they getting like this unfair like they're getting a lot of favoritism from the network, and it bothers me because you don't want to call it what it is, but it's like when you do stuff like this, it's like clear as day that you are giving favor to the white cast shows. You know what I mean? Because why aren't we talking about what's going on in their lives, but everybody else, excluding the Real Housewives of New York, because those white women put their business out on the street. I don't know if the studio is forcing them to do that or if that's just how they are, but they really put it all out there. Beverly Hills, never. Orange County, never. It's like, why do they get a season after season after season when they do none of the work and heavy lifting? It's not fair. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, I am, Rachel. Okay, so we have like about 5 minutes. What I wanted to do first was say thank you. Admitted into the hospital, and we had a scare. We had a scare. I think the situation was magnified due to COVID. Like, she doesn't have COVID, thank the Lord. She has something else, and we're, later on we'll discuss that, because my family had to make a big change. So that's another thing. My life has changed drastically, like how we do stuff in the home, like the foods we eat, where we go, like traveling, like everything has changed within like a matter of days. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody who reached out and was like, you guys are just so great, so understanding. I was so emotional that day when I put that post up. I don't even remember like what I wrote. Like, I looked back at the post and I was just like, I was in it. And I really, really was. It's been very difficult because, like when you get older, the scariest thing about getting older is that your parents get older, and you go from seeing your parents as these like invincible people to seeing them as somebody who was just like, oh, okay, our time, our time together on this earth is shortening. You know what I mean? So I was just like, it was a lot. It was a lot. And I just thank you guys. I really, really do. Because we don't know each other, but it never hurts. You know what I mean? To be going through hell and to see people who you've never met just like send you encouraging, words and just love. Like it was really the love you guys all sent me was just, I can't thank you enough. I really, really can't thank you enough. All I want to say is take care of your bodies, take care of yourselves, spend as much time with your parents as you can because you know not the hour. Also, wear a mask. Please, guys, let us get out of this situation because if you've never been through this, if you've never had to go to the hospital or like the ER or anything like that during this time, count yourself blessed. It is the most terrifying thing to be going with your loved one who was having an emergency and you are stopped. Stopped at the curb by security and a nurse who tells you you can't go in. They like took my mom and we didn't see her for like 3 days. That's how it is. And I get it, right? I couldn't get mad because this is the situation, but it was just really like crazy that I'm bringing like my sick mom, like, okay, we got it from here. No, you don't. This is my mom. I need to go in. I need to see what's happening. I need to tell you guys, like, if something happens to her, I need to be the one to tell you what to do. Like, it's absolutely insane. My sister and I literally stayed at the ER for hours, communicating with our mother through text while we were looking at her through the ER window. It was like something out of a zombie movie. It was something out of a zombie apocalypse movie because the ER was like covered in like this tent, because if you weren't too sick, you had to go to the tent. But if you had an emergency, they took you into the hospital. But if you to the ER, but if you weren't like that sick, they set you outside on like a tent. There's people coughing. It just, I'm telling you, it looked like a zombie apocalyptic movie. And I'm just like, this is America. Like this is freaking America. So that's what I've been dealing with. And then like, thank the Lord, she got out of the hospital on my birthday. On my birthday. Because I told my sisters, I said, we're not doing anything. There's no celebrating until, I know that mommy's okay and she's here with me. And so we celebrated with her as soon as she got out. And then our lives changed. Like we have all this stuff that we have to do. Now we have like certain things cannot be in the home. Like, so it was after she got out, took a lot of time adjusting to her new life. And then when my mom was feeling healthy enough, my family took me out for a birthday dinner where I got food poisoning. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So today is my first full day of strength. I'm still not able to eat what I want. So I'm like on smoothies now. I've been doing like smoothies and like soft foods, dairy. I can't like do any of that stuff. My stomach is just messed up. I don't know when it'll be normal, but this is the first full day of like full strength and not running to the bathroom. Like, guys, I was in that restroom. Okay. So yeah, I'm back because I was going to do it on Thursday, but it just, my stomach was not good. And that's why I pushed everything to about 12 just to see, because I normally get up at about 7. So if I was okay for a few hours, I knew that I could do this and just, hang out with you guys. But yeah, so that's been what's going on with me. That's why I have not been here. That's why a lot of my celebrations are like some that were put on pause are starting again now, because when it was comfortable enough to like start celebrating again, the city shut down and my mom the city shut down and I got food poisoning. My sister and I don't know what we ate. I don't know what we ate, but it was delicious. But we both got food poisoning, so Happy COVID birthday. That's basically what it is. Like this is the birthday that I expected 2020 to give me. It is. Like, how could you think anything else? How could you? Anyway, that's what was going on with me. I wanted to let you guys know what was up. I didn't want to write it because It was a lot. But thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the support. It was like I can't explain it. Like we don't know each other, but like you guys were hitting me up on Twitter, on Instagram, here. It felt good, especially when you're going through hell. Like it's the unknown. Like I did not know what was going to happen with my mom. They just took her. They just took her, rolled her in, and it was just like, okay, we'll let you know. What? I can't. This like guys. God is good. God is good. That's all I'm gonna say. And thank you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you. Yes, Tiffany and Co. Tiffany and Co. said food poisoning is madness. The way you drop 10 pounds of nutrients. Like I was so weak, guys, and I could not stop going to the bathroom. It was insane. Oh, Proscian, don't worry about it. Listen. I know you guys love me, guys. It's all fun and games and tongue in cheek, right? Yeah, we're good here. We're good here. I don't mind it. Thank you, guys. You know what I am, Rachel? I used to say that too. I used to say, "Oh, give me food poisoning," until you get it, until it's a nightmare. Yeah, I lost weight, but I would rather lose it another way. This was a nightmare. This was a nightmare. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kusi girl. Oh, thank you, Jimmy. All right. If you're here just for the review, my loves, it starts. Oh, shoot. I gotta make sure I have my notes. It starts right now. Yay, let's go. Y'all know how Apple been doing me. I didn't even check to make sure all my notes are here. Oh, so guys, the only reason why I'm doing Potomac and Atlanta today is because I literally have like 5 things to say about Atlanta. I just didn't feel like it was enough to like do a whole review on it. It didn't give me anything. Moving forward, I'm only going to like if there are like shows that come on the same day, if one of them isn't giving me anything, I'll just pack them on to the other one. You know what I mean? But if it's like, if both episodes are juicy, you're getting 2 different reviews. So anyway, let's start with Potomac. That was the one that was the juiciest. So let's talk about Monique, right? I'm gonna start off with some heat. I'm gonna start off with some heat. My God, today, you guys are really tough on the housewife shows that have a black cast. And this is a reason why I stopped doing the not the Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop. Black people, I love us. We are so great. We are so amazing. We are better than this. Like, we are so tough and hard on each other. And it does not have to be because the rest of the world is. You know what I mean? I think we need to give each other more grace because we are all, as a community, walking through hell. I've noticed with the shows that have a full black cast that there is this like vitriol, this nastiness, this hate that comes with the commenting and some of the subscribers. What is a full black cast? And I don't like that. Let's unpack that. Let's really unpack that because I've noticed that some of you, I won't say everybody, I'm not making a blanketed statement about everybody. I'm saying some in my experience here on YouTube. Y'all don't go after the White Housewives like this. But these black ones, the amount of violence that people have wrote on the interweb, on like my posts about these housewives. Why? It's a show. Enjoy it. Like, I love that they are giving you a reaction, right? Because this is their job. You are not getting their everyday lives. You are getting the drama. You are getting the turned up drama. You are getting the juice. You are getting the entertainment, the comedy. You also don't realize that somebody is scripting this for them. I said it before and I'll say it again so we can just get it. We can just get it. What happens with these reality TV shows is this. Every star on a reality TV show has a producer assigned to them and they have a story producer. What this producer does is sit down with them before the season even starts and say, hey, what do you have going on? If it's not interesting, they drop this person down to a friend. Now, those who have interesting storylines, something that they feel like they want to follow, they say, okay, When are you going to this? When are you going to that? When are you meeting this person? Are we able to see your partner that you're dating? Are we able to see them on camera? Will your kids be involved? Like, they ask all of this stuff. And then while they're pulling this information from this cast member, they are crafting, the story producer is crafting their storyline for the season. You cannot like how they were on the show, but please just understand that they are performing for you. They are giving you a show. Do not hate this person in real life. It's not real, guys. Like, this is, they are able to call it a reality TV show because while they are filming the show, real life happens. A lot of times they are recreating stuff that did not happen while the cameras were there. Give these ladies a break. Let them get their money. It's so dark sometimes when I post about a Black woman on a Black reality TV star. It's real ugly. And I just want people who do that to just be aware of that. Just be aware. There's no reason why you should have such a reaction for somebody that you've never met. Anyway, let's who've never done anything to you. Anyway, like I said, I'm starting off hard. So let's get with Monique. Monique is at therapy and she's crying about being isolated. I remember what I said a while ago that y'all cussed me out for this. I said I felt bad for the girl because nobody wants to be isolated. Nobody wants to be left out. My problem with Monique is that she doesn't realize that her hands isolated her. That is my only issue with Monique. My only issue is the fact that she doesn't get it. That she doesn't get it. And I'm just like, Mama, if you don't get it, this is very sociopath behavior. Like, you don't understand like what's happening. I just don't get it. Like, she says these things and then she's just like, and I don't know why that happened. No, I don't feel any remorse for beating her up. No, I don't feel that. Oh, I felt like since I'm going to lose my job, I might as well finish her. Keep her away from me because she's going to kill me. Because I'll keep her away from me because I'm going to kill her. And then you come back from that like, I don't know why they're treating me like this. I don't know why everybody's upset with me. You said you was going to kill somebody. They had to hold you back from killing them. That's my only problem with her. She just doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it. And it's very like, if she's acting, good for you, Mama. Good for you, because I, for one, believe that this was a real moment. Out of this whole fake reality TV stuff, this was a real moment. But I'm like, if you don't get it, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't like Monique is a perfect candidate for Snap. Have you guys watched Snap? And these ladies are like sitting in, the confessional, talking about how they killed their husband, but how they're innocent. Like, this one lady, I was watching Snap. She said that she killed her husband, but she don't remember it because she gets amnesia after she does bad things. Girl, I said, what's up, Monique? She was just like, I couldn't have done it. I loved him. But somehow the gun was in my hand and I shot him in the head 2 times, but I don't remember any of that because I could have never done anything like that. Me kill somebody? Ma'am, you shot him 2 times in the head. Like, but this is how all the ladies on Snap are. I felt scared. And I just decided to go to his house with 6 other dudes and cut him up and then bury him in the backyard because I was scared. What? This is what Monique is giving me. I'm just like, girl. Like, she will sit there and cry with her pastor and be like, she didn't deserve this. She didn't deserve. And then, like, at the end of the show, you're just like, don't, you asked to get dragged. What? Oh gosh, I don't know. It's 2 personalities. I don't know. Maybe we're meeting different Moniques. You know what I mean? Maybe we're meeting Monique and then Monique. People live with a lot of personalities. It happens. But I don't get it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's giving us a show. I don't know if she has like an identity disorder or if she's a sociopath. Like, I don't know what it is. I hope that she's giving us a show and I hope she drops out of this character next season. Because I think they're all going to come back. Who knows? But it depends on that reunion. But yeah, it's just very weird. It's very, very weird that she just doesn't get it. That is my issue. That is my issue. And please, y'all know I don't read the comments until after, but please do not come into my comment section saying, Yeah, Candace deserved to get beat up because of her mouth. Guys, I love y'all. Y'all too old to be talking like that. Y'all too old to be talking like that. And also, I feel like you're faking it for the internet. I feel like you're faking it. You're trying to puff your chest up in front of all of these strangers who don't know you. Well, if it was me, I would do it. You would not do it. Unless you work in retail, unless you are a fast food worker or security guard at the prison, whatever they call them. I don't see you fighting on your job, or if you work at the DMV. Now I get it, but anywhere else, I don't see you fighting at Hallmark corporate office. You know what I mean? You got a coworker that's getting on your nerves, and during your lunch break, you go and beat her up in front of the year-round Christmas tree. Stop it! You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're not messing up your job at Michael's over some chick that you don't like. You're not busting nobody in the head with a candle at Michael's. It's not happening. You're not fighting in the makeup section at Marshall's. Stop it. This girl is wrong. I get that you love her. It's a reality TV star on the show. It's not real. Calm down. Just seek out. But I get it, right? You like her and you're a fan of her and you're a stand of her. I totally understand. But don't back up the foolishness. Like, she beat up her like, let's just put it out there. She beat up her coworker, guys. She beat up her coworker. Like, the fact that she's still on the show is because she has a lot of fans, which is great. But don't gas her up to the point where she just never takes accountability. I feel like if there were people who were her loyals, right? Her fans or her stands or whatever, who said, listen, girl, I love you. Well, that was wrong. Maybe we would get a change. I don't know, but that's the only thing I can't take with Monique. It's just like, she doesn't feel like she did anything wrong. And that's very weird to me. Very weird that you cannot take responsibility for anything. She's very Donald Trump to the mess. Donald Trump don't take responsibility for anything. That millions of Americans are dead. It wasn't me. It was China. I didn't do it. Like, it was your responsibility. Okay. Anyway, Robin and Juan's therapy session. Yikes. Okay. I was like, oh. Speaking of somebody who doesn't take responsibility, Juan. Juan, come on, bro. Like, we saw the season. We've heard you talk about, even in this therapy session, Juan went from, it wasn't just all me. She messed up the marriage too. Do you not know that Robin was responding to what you did in the marriage? So yes, if you're cheating on her with a lot of people, especially with anybody, you know what I mean? One person, a lot of people, while she's pregnant, yes, she don't want to have sex with you. Like, she's sitting over here pushing out one of your big head kids out of her coochie, and you're sleeping with somebody else. I get it. I get her not wanting to have sex with you. I get her being a little cold. I honestly get it. I don't get her staying, but that's just me, right? So my only issue with Juan during this therapy session is that he tried to make it a 50-50 thing when that is not my perception of their relationship from either one of them, right? It's not just Robin saying this. It's you too, Juan, in the same therapy session, talking about how you've been cheating on her from like the beginning. I wasn't getting, I hate when men do that. I wasn't getting what I wanted. So I got love and affection from somebody else. Why didn't you say something? Like, you can't communicate with your mouth, but you can communicate with your dick. Like, that's the excuse. Oh, you wasn't giving it to me, so I'll get it from somebody else. And we eat that up and we think that that's okay. That's not okay. It's not, what you did was wrong. She was turned off by you because of how you hurt her. That's the problem. It's not like, listen, I feel like the only thing he got on her is that financial thing. Like, finances in marriage is huge. So that's the only thing he has on her. But just take responsibility for the fact that that was your best friend that you invited into your monies. Robin would have never invited this man into her monies had it not been for Juan, and into their monies had it not been for Juan. He had already been doing financial investment for that. Robin did this without his knowledge, and I get it. I get him being upset, but don't act like she just took all your money and went out somewhere and was just like, let's do this and let's get at him. No, like, I don't think this marriage falling apart was 50-50. If anything, it was 90% Juan, 10% Robin, and that was because of what he did to her. And again, this is what she has said and what he has said in the same therapy session. You cussing her, and she's like, no, don't do that. It was both of what, you did stuff too. Then you went in and said, well, I'm responsible for the failure of my marriage. Wait, what? So what is it? Is it Robin's fault? Is it your fault? Like what? That aside, I love this couple. I went through all of that to say I love them and I love where they're at, because this proposal, let's just hop to the proposal. I'm Wendy. A lot of y'all had an issue with Wendy, but I was Wendy watching. I was like, oh my God. Oh my, I knew it was coming, but I was just so happy for them. I really, really was, because we watched this couple go through hell and back and then hell again and back. And listen, who doesn't love Black love? You know what I mean? I would love to see Black love without a struggle, specifically on the sister's part. But, it is what it is. But I loved it. I loved the whole thing. Like, I identified with Wendy so much because Wendy didn't know what was going on. And they saw, she's like, ah! Like, it's excitement. I don't feel like she was trying to take focus. I just think that was her reaction to an engagement. Listen, don't get engaged in front of me. And we're like friends, you know what I mean? And I like know your journey. I'm going to cry. I'm probably going to scream if I don't know. So that's why it's always best for you to tell me, because engagements and weddings and funerals, of course, but engagements and weddings, guys, I don't know who I am. I am that person that cries. I guess I love love. I just love love. And it was just so beautiful. I loved how everybody went up for them, because you feel like you've been on this journey with them from just watching this show. I know a lot of some of their issues, they probably turned up and manipulated and brought back for the show. Listen, it is what it is. That's what you got to do to stay on the get another season. So I'm not mad at that, but I loved it. I love love. I love love, and I just thought it was so beautiful. I'm not getting into that overseer just yet. Not getting into him just yet. But congrats, Robin and Juan. I pray that it works out. And not to say that it won't, but I was just very happy for them. I really, really, really was happy for them. And this is what I want to say about the Grand Dame. And I've said it before. Say what you want about her, right? But she's doing what you should do on these reality TV shows. Aside from Robin in that one episode with her hats, the Grand Dame has been the only housewife hawking products to the audience. I don't want Grand Dame perfume, but I know about it. I know that it's in Bloomingdale's, and I know that I can get it on the Home Shopping Network as well, right? Because what has she done? She's been in mess, she's been in drama, but she's also come on this show and say, hey, I got this. This is what I'm doing. I also know about her wig line. I'm not a wiggy, as you guys have known. I'm trying to be, but I'm not a wiggy. However, I liked a lot of her wigs. I was just on an RPG show, I was gonna say network website, looking at some wigs, because of her. Like, she sent traffic to that website by way of me and probably a lot of other people. This is what you should do, guys. Listen, you're coming on this show, and let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. You're making a whole clown of yourself. It is what it is. You are giving your life over to strangers to manipulate it in whatever they think the audience wants, which is why when you see our shows, it's a lot of drama and violence, because the people who are greenlighting this are not us, right? So their perception of us is like very sexual and very violent, which is why I've been very disgusted with where the Real Housewives of Atlanta have taken this show to, because it puts out this, and I'm not saying that, Black women can't be sexual, Black women can't throw a drink. I'm not saying that. But when people who are not us greenlight certain storylines and projects and seasons, it just confirms the stereotype. And not saying that we should be fighting the stereotype all the time and that we can't live our lives. Not saying that. But you just have to be very aware of the product that you are giving to people who do not look like you as Black people. That's all I'm saying, which is why we get those shows, which is why Beverly Hills, all they can do, they are able to, just go on these extravagant trips and shop and, have a little disagreement over a cookout dinner. And that's it. They don't have to have orgies. They don't have to have a stripper on their show sucking his own penis. They don't have to physically fight pull wigs, draw blood. They don't have to do that. And if that was on their show, it would not be greenlit by the network. Stay woke. Stay woke. Let me put on my kufi. Stay woke. Anyway, what I was trying to say about the Grand Dame is that I just like that, you know, if you're going to give your life over to these people to make it whatever it is, get something out of it, get a good coin out of it. And I think she's doing that. I wish the other ladies would have done that. I wish they would have had more going on. All we've seen from Monique is that Not for Lazy Moms has been a flop. You know, she's put so much money into it, and up to now, we still haven't seen anything. We've seen a lot of lows from this business and more drama from her than that. And just, it's unfortunate. Like, what is Candace doing? I would have loved to have seen her working on her holiday movie, which looks like it's going to be really great. She, like, from the clips that I've seen, Candace looks like she is doing a really, well, to me, she's doing a really good job. Why didn't we see that? We get a little bit of here and there of your song, which is great, but I'm just like, you guys have so much more going on, but we spent the whole season on this fight because that's what the, you know, the network who don't look like us think that we want to see. So listen, if you're going coon, if you're going to be a clown, get something out of it. And the Grand Dame, to me, was the only one who I think did it successfully. Also this, please, Candace, leave her alone. We've already talked about it, but I hate being in this position as a friend because you're never doing enough for either of them. It's just like, oh, you think you feel bad for her for being isolated, so you agree with her for beating me up. No, but she's my friend and I feel bad. Oh, you think that she's a victim now and you're just going to be, you know, all over her and telling her what to do about her case situation. No, my friend is sitting over here crying. She's saying that you gave her a concussion, trying to comfort her. Like, you can't win in this situation. And I'm calling out Candace because Monique has not, or we haven't seen her pull on Karen the way that Candace does. It's just like, I know that you saw her as your mom. I feel bad for you, you know, that you didn't get that mom thing from her this season, but you have a mother who is still here. Don't put that on Karen. She didn't come into this world to be your mom. That's not right. I don't know. I think because Monique was not in a lot of scenes, the anger that they had towards her, they put it on Karen. But it's just like for the rest of the ladies, this is your doing because you did not want to film with her. So if you don't want to film with her, don't talk about her and don't make her the subject of the conversation and try to make Karen be this bad guy when you really want to put that on Monique. Like, it's just, I just feel like it's really unfair the way she was treated. And it's unfortunate for her because she's fighting a battle that she was never going to win. They were always going to try to find a way for her to have had some kind of allegiance to Monique because she was the only one who did not speak ill of her. Like a friend. I'm sorry. I'm not going to drag my friend in front of you people who do not like her. Now I'm going to tell my friend what she did was wrong. I'm going to tell her what she needs to do. But I'm not then taking that conversation back to broads who don't like her and telling y'all all the ins and out of the conversation. You won't even know that we had a conversation. That is a friend. And she's doing the same thing to Candace. I've loved how she has encouraged Candace. Was she being messy with that text? I think so. I don't think she was being messy in a way where she wanted to. Oh, Lachelle! Oh my gosh, have I been getting super chats? Oh Lord, moderators, if I've been getting super chats, tell me at the end, please. But Lachelle just get. Oh damn it, where it go? Lachelle just gave your girl a super chat. Oh, thank you so much, Lachelle. Thank you. Oh, I just got a text. Child. What? Anyway, I just feel like the treatment that Grand Dame that Karen received this season wasn't fair. And I feel like Candace was not being easy on her. You had the full support of the whole group, aside from two people who have never liked you. And you didn't get all of Karen's support. She split her support. Girl, what you have is enough. What you have is enough. And I got a super chat. I saw this one. Proshian, thank you, my love. Proshian say they go after Karen, but not Ashley, who actually wrote a statement for the case against Candace. Thank you so much, Proshian, for speaking the truth. Thank you for the super chat, my love. It's very true. Like, I have not seen her do anything that warranted this behavior, like, from the group, this reaction. Like, I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. I don't know where they're trying to go with that, but it didn't make sense. And speaking of Ashley, right? Like I said before, I'm not a fan of nobody on these shows. I'm not a fan. I'm not a stan. I guess because I feel like I'm somebody. You know what I mean? I'm from Philly, right? Like, Will Smith and Kevin Hart can walk in Philadelphia and be fine. The only people who will go after them are children, like, young teens or whatever, and like gentrifiers, like people who are not from Philly. Because everybody else in Philly feels like they can do the same thing that you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what's up, Kevin? You funny. I'm funny too. You know what I mean? So I guess that's like where I'm at. Like, who am I a stan of? Who am I a fan? Oh, you know what? Let me stop lying. Beyonce. But I'm not like fighting people on the internet over it. Like, I'm a fan of Beyonce. And I'm a fan of Viola Davis. Oh, and Cicely Tyson. I love. Oh, Tina Marie. Let me stop. I'm lying. I'm a fan of some people. But it's like, I'm not like, not a reality TV star. I'm sorry. No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, right? So I want you guys to know that from jump, if you're new here. I'm not a fan. I'm not a stan. I like the show. I've been watching these shows. These shows have grown up with me. You know what I mean? So I'm invested. Orange County gives me nothing, but I'm invested because I've been watching them for like 15 years, So I have memories with Orange County, So like, that's where I'm at with it. So I'm not like Team Candace, Team Ashley. No, I do have somebody who has become my favorite of the show, and that's the Grand Dame, because I think she is doing what needs to be done as a housewife. I think she is putting in work to me. I feel like she's delivering, right? However, I'm not a fan or I'm not a stan, right? So I just want to say that before I say this. The reason why I do not take some of you all's hate against Candace seriously is because y'all don't give Ashley that same heat. And to me, I could be wrong. I really am when it comes to this subject because I deal with it daily. I think it's just colorism. Candace and Ashley are the same damn thing. And Ashley has put in more work and more time being nasty on this show, tearing these women down, cutting them out. And let's be real. Let's be real. Candace is messy as well, right? When her nastiness comes out, when that mouth get the popping, she is always defending herself. Always. Even if she's been in some mess. Like, we're gonna be real here, right? Ashley is always starting something. Ashley is always getting somebody's marriage, somebody's finances, just looking for ways to tear somebody down. And you go on Twitter after this show and everyone's like, oh my goodness, I love Ashley. She's so needed for the show. Ashley is so great. I hope Candace gets hit by a train. I just want Candace to die. She's so ugly. She's so bald. She got a nasty mouth. Oh, that white man can't shut her up. Why is that? There's no difference. Only skin color and hair texture. Featureism as well. I see you. I see, because there's no reason. Y'all do not give Ashley the same heat. She deserves all. Giselle too. Y'all don't give them the same heat that y'all give Candace. Y'all do not do it. Don't sit up here and lie. And again, let's be real. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Everybody in this world, including Black people, have been trained to hate people with darker skin. That's just the God-honest truth. That's why especially dark-skinned Black women, are perceived strong. So our men don't like us because we are perceived as masculine, because our skin is dark. Don't be a dark-skinned Black woman with some muscles. Oh my God, you're never getting a Black man. Like, don't do it. So because of that, it's just like, oh, You see me as strength. You see me as masculine, like masculinity. So you're intimidated by me right off the bat. You fear me right off the bat, and you immediately meet me with aggression because you feel like that's what I'm delivering. Before I even open my mouth, I've learned to come into a room being extremely kind. I've even learned on this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I can't say your name. Asatu? Because, Asatu A. Please correct me after this review because I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Thank you so much for the super chat, my love. Thank you. It's a beautiful name. Like, I just love how you wrote it, because that's how your name's written. I'm sorry. Beautiful, beautiful name. Thank you so much for the super chat. But even on here, I know that me, with this melanin, these ancestral features, I know that there's only so much that I can say before immediately people are like trying to cancel me, just writing the nastiest things about me. But I've been on other reviewers' channels who say the same thing, who agree with me, but they're lighter, they're biracial. You're not intimidated by them. You don't fear them. So they can say whatever the hell they want, but I got to be real careful. I've learned to live like it's a terrible way to live. And I pray that I can change the world for my Black daughters, my Black sons that are coming up after me. But it is what it is. So let's just be real clear. When you speak about Candace, you don't, and not everybody, but enough where it's just like, let's unpack that. You speak about Candace a totally different way than you speak about Ashley. And they the same damn thing. And one, the light bulb head demon is worse. She's worse, but she don't get the same kind of heat. Moving on from that. Gosh. Oh, I'm in Atlanta. Let me hurry up and get to Atlanta because I'm already in those notes. Since we're here about Candace, let's just end it. First of all, Candace, this I don't know what this look is. I think it's a Afro-Brazilian bruja look. This eye look perfect. Stop the crying. Candace, I love you. I love all of y'all, but you know what I mean? Like, I get where you're coming from. Like, I would hate to be in your position. I'm gonna be real with you. One dark skin to another. I would hate to be on the show where I'm the darkest. Hell no. Hell no. Let's mix this darkness up. And don't do that with, Monique is dark skin as well. Monique is the pretty brown skin girl that got money. Come on. Candace got money, but she don't got Monique money. And y'all let her know every episode. So let's be very clear with that. But in saying that, girl, you have to stop. This shows like this is not for the weak, for the faint of heart. Ma'am, you cannot cry at every moment. I'm not telling you not to be soft. I'm not telling you to, not express your emotions, but you got to tighten up. You're at war, honey. You are in an environment that is dog eat dog. You know what I mean? Like, just think of you, moving from where you live in Potomac and being this, privileged little Black Jack and Jill girl. You're being thrown into the heart of New York City and you got to survive. That's what this is like. So you have to you got to switch up next season if you come back, because this crying, Karen, why did you do this to me? You got to stop it. Because they think that you are weak. And the women will continue to come after you if you continue to put in this this frail thing. Like, it's nothing wrong with being that kind of woman. I wish I could be. Life didn't give me that opportunity. You're on this show. You got to be tougher. It just is what it is. Because what happens is you get the back of your skull knocked in by Monique, who will do that to you, but she won't do it to Robin. Not with them arms. Robin, who was in this girl's face, do it. Robin just like, Robin shouldn't be on the show. Because I was a little afraid, because she looked very frail and tiny next to Robin. But you use wisdom, right? I always tell you, I pop my mouth off at people I know I can beat. Okay? I'm not popping off my mouth at no 6'7" chick who just got done doing a bid in prison for manslaughter. She can say whatever she wants to me. Like, you use wisdom. So Monique knows that she can take you. She can't take a Robin, and she damn can put her hands on the Giselle. Like she knows. But you, the one who is the least liked, the least protected amongst them, she knows she can come after a girl like you. So you have to tighten up. It is what it is. You have to tighten up. You have to stop the crying. You have to be able to walk into this environment with these women and handle your own, because it's exhausting. It really, really is, watching you and knowing that within 2 seconds of hearing something that you don't like, you're going to cry. Especially now, like people are going through hell and back. Girl, be able to handle a situation. You know what I mean? Not saying that you're wrong with how you're dealing with things, but you break down every moment. Now, either you can't handle this show or you're putting on a show, whatever it is, you need to change your tactic next season and deal with it. Be able to speak to these people. You always are speaking from a place of an attack or victimization, even if you are, right? I will give you that a lot of times people are coming for you, but you have to learn how to read. You have to learn how to shade. You have to learn how to dust your shoulders off and be able to come right back. You cannot allow everything to penetrate you and change your personality and demeanor and how you're going. It's you got to tighten up, mama. You got to tighten up. You got to toughen up. It is what it is. That is just the reality for this reality TV show. The crying every minute, like you're crying at Karen because she doesn't care enough about the situation that you care about. You are grown. You are a grown woman in her 30s trying to be somebody's mama. You gotta be able to start handling stuff now at this point. You have to, because if you want to be a mom and you're trying to be a mom, you have to be strong for somebody else who's coming in this world, who's going to need your guidance and protection. Tighten up and toughen up. Stop the crying. Stop the crying. Like it's. I get you're a sensitive person. Sometimes the stuff you be crying about, I'm like, it don't take all of that. Like, just have a conversation and chill. Like, it's not, Karen, you saw what she did to me, Karen. It's never that deep. Even if you got beat up, I get it. I honestly get it. Before that, you were like this. It's enough. It's enough. Oh, the song is still a bop. I love that Kojic go-go song. It's still a bop. And I'm glad when you finally got your music, you were able to get into it. Oh, we got a cash app from Kimberly. Thank you, Kimberly. Love you. Thank you for the cash app. Let's go. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, let's just end with the overseer. Oh, Michael. So let's just be very clear here. Michael is in love with Juan. Like, we all know it. Ashley knows it. Ashley knows it, because this is how I know that Ashley knows that her man is in love with Juan, because as soon as Juan proposed to Robin, she went over to him and she started checking on him. He been drinking that whole night. Why are you checking on him now? Because you know your man is about to fall apart, because he is watching the love of his life get married to somebody else. If you have not seen Brokeback Mountain, this right here, what just happened with Michael and Juan, is the entire plot of the movie. This is Brokeback Mountain, because the no, he's not. I don't see him. He decided into that. It's not going to happen. Then he proposes, and all of a sudden, Michael just loses it. Loses it. Starts downing drinks, just, going crazy for no reason other than that, the fact that he's heartbroken. He loves him. He loves him. And we just really have to, everybody alludes to it, right? But let's just call it what it is. He is in love with this man. Now, again, I don't know if Juan has done something to make him have these feelings for him, this love for him, this love that is this probably bro love that has turned into something else. You know what I mean? I don't know if Juan has done something. I will say this. When Michael said that now I have to, I got to do your bachelor party, and Juan said, just me and you. And Michael was like, yeah, just me and you, no cameras. Juan, why would you talk to him like that if there's not something going on? Why would you even, let's be real. Everybody knows when somebody is in love with them, right? Which is why I always believe that Robin and Juan reached out to that man for some money. Because Men and women know when you got somebody heart who you may not be interested in, who you do not want. You know that you can get something from them that you can't get from nobody else. It's just like, oh my gosh, I want to ask him for rent, but I know he'll give it to me. You know, and I don't know if Juan is like, not, I don't know. I'm not saying he's doing anything with him physically. I don't know. But what I am saying, I grew up in church and I've seen this a lot. I've seen this a lot. All of a sudden, the deacons in the parking lot fighting. Don't nobody know why they fighting, but it's a whole lovers quarrel. And the wives are sitting over there holding the babies looking stupid. The deacons are in love. They are having sex with each other. Let's stop looking dumb, because if it was a man and a woman, we would have known exactly what the situation is. Like, let's stop. Let's stop. He is in love with this man. He watched the love of his life get engaged and he lost his damn mind. But Juan, you're playing a real dangerous game, because you are leading him on, Juan. You are just me and you. Got his little pink penis all excited when you said just me and you. He's like, yeah, just me and you. No camera. Juan, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. So because, Michael's heart is broken, he is just on a rampage now. He hears Candace, I guess, crying to Karen about, whatever Monique did. And why are you going to Candace's husband and telling him to control her when she's talking about a situation about somebody else? It's not your wife. Like, I didn't get why he needed to say that. So he goes over to Chris, and a lot of y'all didn't agree, but I agree with Chris in this situation. To me, he's a husband. I love how he protected his wife. Any other situation, whatever scenario y'all want to put it in, I love how Chris protected his wife. So Michael goes over to Chris and he's just like, oh, you need to control your wife. And he's like, man, what did Chris say? Man, you need to get away from me. And then Michael puts his hands on his shoulders. Shut the F up. Listen to me. Listen. Y'all know how men are. Oh, wait, is this even plugged up? Is this plugged up? Oh my gosh, I did not plug my computer up. Child, my baby was about to die on me. Not saying it's right, but y'all know how men are, right? So Chris jumps up and he's like, oh my goodness. Because listen, you got to protect your wife like that. I don't care what nobody say. You got to protect your wife like that. You got to protect your husband like that. Although Ashley knew what was going on with her man, when Michael said to her, he hit me, Michael was clearly lying. She turned up like a wife should. Like, this is how you protect your partner. I don't care. You can disagree. I don't care. This is how you protect your partner. My man better go off on another dude if he tell him to come over and control me and to shut the F up. Yes, King. Go off. So anyway, Michael, he hit me. I'm afraid. I'm suing him. After all of that happens, Ashley jumps in and she's just like, oh, you talk about Monique, but look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing. Candace, I wish you would. She is such like, it's very Broadway. Her arguments are very broad. I wish you would, Michael. Do it. I dare you. It's so they're all going back and forth now. Michael, Chris, and Candace. Everybody leaves now because this has just turned into like craziness. I do not take it lightly that Juan was the only person who could calm Michael down. Everybody, not even his freaking wife. It's like, no, stop, honey, no. He said, don't touch me, babe. Back up, babe. No, don't do that to me, babe. Juan, calm down. He's all right. I couldn't be married to a dude. Like, I'm sorry. I just, like, Ashley, you are sitting here literally watching your man fall apart over another. But this is the thing that bothers me, right? Because if Juan was a woman, Ashley would have such a different, you know what, would she? No, she's securing the bag. She knows. She knows. She knows. So Chris and Candace leaves, and I loved everything that I agree with everything that Chris said. Chris said he only does that to women. Yes, he does. He only goes after women like that. He said he will never go after a man like that. And then he said this, talk down to your own damn wife, but you won't talk down to mine. I agree with everything he said. It is what it is. Team Chris, I agree with him. Michael was in the wrong. Michael was in the wrong. Like, yes, your heart is breaking. It's nobody else's fault. It's nobody else's fault. It's nobody's fault, period. Like, it is what it is. But I agreed with Chris. I didn't agree with Candace. Let it go with Karen. She's still trying to convince Karen. If she's not the friend that you want her to be to her, don't be her friend. Leave it alone. Mourn that friendship and move on, because what you're getting from Karen is what you're going to get. And you need to be okay with that. You really, really do. So that was pretty much the end of that was pretty much the end of the episode. Michael just kept on going off, doing his privileged white man thing, cussing out the production, cussing out security. Who are you? Don't touch me. Oh, you don't have no power over me. This is a freaking show that pays your bills. Not all of them, but they giving you and your wife some coin. You want to sit there and talk to the producer and say, "Don't touch me. Who are you? Who do you think you are?" To the production. I'm gonna be real with you. I hate when Bravo puts white cast members on shows with a full black cast, because there's always this type of privilege and favoritism that the white cast member gets that the black cast members do not. And you always have this white cast member trampling these black cast members and talking to them any kind of way and treating them any kind of way and still getting some kind of favoritism from the network. I've seen this a lot in Michael. I've especially seen this from day one with Kim Zolciak. Why is she the only one with a spinoff that don't get any ratings? Her show never breaks 1 million views. It gets renewed every season. Nene has the most gifts and memes of any housewife. She's second to Jasmine Masters. I keep on saying her life is boring. So is Kim's. But she keeps on getting spinoffs. Candy should have been had a spinoff. But did she? No, she had a Candy Factory. Candy Factory didn't really work. But I feel like every Atlanta housewife should have had multiple shows on Bravo. That show is keeping that network alive, and all they are doing is taking money that those women make for this network and funneling that money into white-led shows. I hate that. And it's not that you can't have a diverse cast and it actually works, right? It's not that. You can have that. But for some reason, Bravo gives these white cast members so much leeway and favor. And it's so obvious. You think that Black Chris or Juan or even Ghetto Chris could talk to the women the way that Michael does, could get involved the things that Michael does on this show and come back and not have Andy question if the ladies feel safe around him. I hate that. It's very obvious with Kim Zolciak and Michael. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about with this episode. What I'm going to do is, because I have to start Atlanta, I'm going to talk to you guys about what your thoughts on Potomac for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to get into Atlanta, because I don't have a lot to say with Atlanta, but I do have a lot to say. I did have a lot to say about Potomac, which is why I started with them first. To wrap this up, listen, Ashley, get your bag. Like, you know what I mean? Do what you got to do. We all know what this is. Power to the people. Do what you need to do. Wendy, loved her performance. I want her to come back. Me and her had a couple highs and lows this season, but I enjoyed watching her on this show. The Grand Dame, to me, is the queen of Potomac. I want her back, and I think whatever she asked Bravo financially, she should get, because she put in work this season. She was the representation of what a housewife should be. Giselle, she's shady, she's fun, keep her. I enjoyed her. It's very weird that she can say stuff too that nobody else, because Ashley won't question what Giselle said about her husband on this episode. She won't. She'll be like, oh, well, that's Giselle. Giselle literally said that Michael was trying to tank this engagement of Robin and Juan because Crocodile Dundee is in love with Juan. She literally said that. Ashley won't address it. She'll brush it off. Bring Ashley back. I don't like the unfair treatment that Candace gets when Ashley is right there and does the same thing, but she's good for the show. Ashley will do what she has to do to make the show give us drama. If there's no drama happening that season, Ashley will make something. She's a producer. She's producing scenes. So bring her back. Monique. I'm gonna be real with you. We're talking TV here, not real life. She has a huge fan base. Bring her back. She got a huge fan base. They will fight and protect that girl. They will watch that show for her. Bring her back. She's a polarizing character, but she has she has a lot of support who will watch this show. Bring her back. We have Robin and Juan. When I say Robin and Juan, I say that because now we got the engagement. We want to see the wedding. I think the whole cast should come back. I really, really do. But outside of this, if I was Candace, I would be sitting on 10 the whole time. You better show up next season with brass knuckles, your hair pulled back, Vaseline on your cheeks, ready. You have to be ready, right? Because you got your behind whipped. And it was made a mockery. People defended it. The person who beat you up defended it. You got to be ready. You have got to be ready. So if I was you, because if she comes back, then that for me, if I was Candace, I'd be like, that lets me know that the network agrees with where this show has gone and with the violence that this show has now taken on. So you're okay with me getting beat up. I want that same kind of, and I'm just saying if this was me, right? I know I'm saying, oh, you wouldn't fight at work. However, I'm out of my mind now at this point because HR has protected the person who assaulted me. So I'm not in my right mind. I'm not in my right mind. So now I'm cool, calm, and collected in scenes. I'm having a great time. But I always got my hand behind my back because I got my brass knuckles. So if anybody jump, I'm ready. And I already got my out. Well, I was assaulted last year. Nobody protected me. So I can't win. And when you guys let my abuser, come on, get the language right. When you guys let my abuser back on this show, I realized that I had to protect myself because Bravo and NBC wouldn't protect me. Bam! I got my out. Who's fighting with that? Who's fighting? I got my out. You better be sitting on 10 with your brass knuckles and be ready. If you come back to the show, if you don't, not a smart move, right? Because you have a presence now that's happening. I think you're going to do so good in this holiday show. The song, I don't think it'll take you to the Grammys, but it's a bop that people enjoy. I think you got a great opportunity, Candace. You have a great opportunity to go mainstream. You really, really, really do. Unfortunately, you're going to have to be ducking and dodging the next couple of seasons. But I feel like you could do a Cardi B and really go into the black shows. I could see you on the Tyler Perry show. You could do that. You really, really could do that. Guys, I'm telling you, her holiday movie, I was watching clips of that and I was just like, you would not know that Candace wasn't an actress. She was really holding her own next to actors, trained actors. I think she did a good job. You have a great opportunity. If I was you, I would give myself 1 or 2 more seasons and I would really push my acting. That song could be secondary, but I would really, 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 really push my acting and get yourself mainstream and then get off that show. But you better be sitting on 10 because Monique beat you up and she came back. She don't got a problem doing it again. You better be ready. That's all I'm saying. You better, every scene you film with her, come prepared. Have shoes that you can kick off easily. Don't do no hoops. Studs, mama. Studs. The wigs and all that stuff, have that hair tied back every time. You got to come ready because she already know that she got you and it was approved. Don't ask to get dragged if you don't want to get dragged. You better be ready. You better be ready. Child, you all want, she'll do it again. Anyway, that was all my thoughts for this episode, the season finale of The Real Housewives of Potomac. I think it's a great season. I enjoyed the cast. I think they really brought it this season. The fight dragged out a little bit too long for me. But if these ladies can show up and perform like this again without the violence, just keep it shade and, give us the drama, give us the shade, but if y'all can't keep your hands off of each other, we want to change, the dynamic. But bring it back again. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what they've learned. Let's see what they can bring now without so much controversy. We'll see. Because that's the thing, right? This show did really well because of controversy. Let's see if they can just give us a season like the Real Housewives of Atlanta used to do, effortless. Without any effort, child, without any effort in their earlier seasons. We will see. But this is where the review ends. Thank you so much for watching. Now we're going to chit chat for 10 minutes and then we're going to get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Black Lavender said, be ready like it's Molly Wop season. Child, I'll be sitting on 10 every time. Even if she get up to walk, I'll be, oh, you going to the bathroom? Oh, okay. because I'm ready. Whenever you want to go, let's go, child. I will let Andy know. Since we heard this in the Bad Girls Club, let's go. If this is what we're doing, let's go. You better be ready, Candace. You better be ready. I don't know, Jimmy G. I didn't hear any Monique fans saying that she's going to beat up Candace again, but they are like applauding her, beating her up. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think that Candace got. I don't think she got. I don't think she got the remorse. She ain't never get no remorse from Monique, but I don't really think she got the remorse from the fan base that she should have received. That if she was, if she was Elisa Vanderpump on, Beverly Hills, she would have got a lot of sympathy. But there are a lot of people, like pop writers, you know what I mean? Like those reviewers for Vulture and all that stuff, who are like defending Monique beating her up. Like I feel like it's just far too many people who are, high-fiving Monique for harming that woman. I feel bad for her. It's so sad. Like people are like high-fiving you getting jumped, like not jumped, but like beat up. I would be like, well, what did I do? It's bad. Be ready, like your job depended on it. Oh, I missed some baby mama tea. Giannis said Wendy needs to tone down her attention-seeking behavior. I think she will, right? Here's why I think she made the splash that she made. It's her first season and she wants to come back, right? Because Wendy, this whole season, has been getting out of being a professor. She wants to do this full time and be a political commentator. So when she's not, being a housewife, she wants to be on CNN talking about, elections and stuff like that. So I think she came in this season, just doing the utmost that she needed to do to come back. I think she needed to make a splash, just like Leah from The Real Housewives of New York. Some people thought she was doing too much, but I'm just like, guys, she want to come back. She wants to come back. That's what you got to do. Coos Girlie said, I feel like Monique isn't done. She still wants to end Candace. I hope she's done. CC Freak said, how did you feel about the court? Oh, thank you, CC Freak. The court case, Nikki, and the response from both Candace and Monique at the end of the episode. Here is how I feel. The fact that Candace and Monique thought that this case was not going to be thrown out lets me know that y'all don't do your research. Y'all do not. First of all, Candace wasn't going to do that, right? Her mother and everybody, let's be real, everybody else was gassing her up because Giselle can say on camera, oh, we don't want her to go to jail. But Giselle, you don't like Monique. You never wanted her on the show. I guarantee you Candace had a conversation with Giselle. And I guarantee you Giselle was just like, girl, if it was me, come on. Karen is the only one who made it to camera. But let's be real clear here. All of them women said, girl, if it was me, if it was child, come on. Let's not play that game, right? But the fact that they both took it to the courts and Monique was just following Candace's lead. And, of course, Candace had to do that after her mother said, oh, we don't get beat up. We take it to the courts. So I know that she had to do it, right? But they didn't do the research. So many of these housewife shows or these reality TV shows have taken this mess to the court. Listen, the courts look at reality TV shows like Hollywood, the rest of Hollywood. It's gutter. Reality TV is the ghetto. It's the ghetto. Nobody respects it. Everybody pulls from it, but nobody respects it. Everybody watches it, but nobody respects it, right? So when you take something from a reality TV show, that the perception is that you are these money-hungry, attention-seeking clowns who will do anything for ratings and to go viral. You bring that to the courts and they're just like, get these clowns out of my courtroom. I'm here to do real stuff. I'm not like, now I'm not going to hear anything from Bravo concerning a reality TV show. I'll hear NBC concerning sexual assault or any kind of assault that happened on the set of one of their TV shows. Not reality TV, because there is television and film, there is a respect that they have. There's a quality, there's a craft there, there's a training there. You don't have to train to be a reality TV star. There's not a lot of quality. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, like, you guys have to realize reality TV came out of the writer's strike. Because writers were striking, there was nothing on TV, and the networks got nervous because they were running out of content. So the networks came up with reality TV where they didn't have to hire actors, so no union. Didn't have to hire writers, no union. Didn't you needed production. Production were the only people, like cameramen and directors were the only one who they had to use that was union. Everybody else could be non-union. Everybody else. And because of that, the budgets were really small. And the producers, and from the producers, we created story producers, not a writer, but a story producer. So you hire a producer that can also write, but you don't pay them for writing, you pay them for producing, although they're creating and writing a season for this reality TV show. So they already have what they're going to do, but the budget is low and there's no union. So that's why reality TV is looked down on, because it's anti-union and you're not using the best of the best. You're using the best from this budget that you have. And if you don't have like $1 billion budget, ain't nobody really respecting that, because we are capitalists here in America. So when you bring that type of, this is not my opinion, but when you bring this type of trash, which is what reality TV show is called, like train wreck TV, trash TV, when you bring that to the courts, it's not respected, because it's not even respected in its own industry. So why would the courts respect this? They're thinking that you are hired to do this. So now, because the fight went too far, you want to bring it here and make it something else and make the courtroom a spectacle. No, they're not hearing it. They never hear reality TV showcases, never, unless somebody's like really harmed or raped, or somebody dies. That's the only way to really get courts involved. When it's, I'm not saying that what happened to Candace wasn't serious, but if Candace's throat was slit, if Candace's skull was cracked and she lost consciousness and she started to bleed out on the floor, that's because it's a serious moment at that point. Pulling wigs, spitting each other around, throwing drinks, that comes with the territory of a reality TV show. This is like what the courts would think. So I never thought that either one of them was going to win. You know what I mean? And Monique is like, oh, the court thought that this was, didn't make any sense, and they sided with me. And Candace, oh, her lawyer did this. No. As soon as the judge saw Real Housewives, they never take any of that stuff seriously, ever. It never happens. So that's my thought. I knew, especially when we didn't hear anything. Candace, the season had already been filmed. Candace is not in the hospital. Monique is not in prison. So I knew that nothing was going to come of this going into that, right? But also, it just never happens. So many people try to sue these reality TV shows. It never works, because it's not really legit. It's not respected. It's considered trash. It's gutter. It's ghetto. It's not going to get the same kind of treatment that a network TV show is going to get, especially one with a union. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? Yeah, thank you, Mavis. Mavis said, yeah, the judge thought it was a joke. Reality TV is a joke, guys. That's what people think about. That's why Nene, I feel like her crown got a little too heavy for her when she became mainstream and started, going on mainstream shows with union actors and, just living that kind of A-lister life. It got to her. And she thought that she could be Viola Davis on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. No. You should have never came back. If I was her, I would have, once you get mainstream, you gotta clutch it and you gotta run with it. Cardi ain't never coming back. Cardi B is never coming back to reality TV unless she absolutely has to. She's mainstream now. She's an A-lister. Homegirls at the Met Gala. Like, sought after designers are creating garments for her. She don't ever have to come back to reality TV. And when Nene came back, it was just like, well, you had the opportunity and you threw it away. It's going to be really hard for you to become A-lister now. Like, you had it and you lost it. Pink Unicorn, absolutely. Pink Unicorn said Candace is too soft for this show. Pink Unicorn, do you know that you're a moderator? I made you a moderator a long time ago, but I don't have your like Instagram or anything like that. And I wrote on your YouTube page, I think. But yeah, I hope you know you're a moderator. Hey, Ordered Steps. Glad to have you here. We're about to get into Atlanta. You're welcome, Pink Unicorn. Oh, Josie, absolutely. Josie said, I think the $2 million she got helped her go back to Atlanta. Absolutely. The money is there. The money is there, but not the status. Not the status. Candy is the only one who can like dip in and dip out, because even though she's on this reality TV show, she's a great writer. So she's still writing like hit songs for A-listers. Vodka with Alice. Are you Michael? Marissa, you want to be a moderator? Let me know, because I'm about to let me know before I go over to Atlanta. We can do it right now. Alicia, it's not an insult on Candace that she's too soft for the show. For me, that's not an insult to her. Not everybody is built for that. Guys, this takes a toll on you, because you have to realize, you as a person watching this, right? You are showing up to work every day where people, your coworkers, are paid to aggravate you to get a reaction out of you. Then after that, you have to watch a season that is completely fake, edit it to look a certain way, edit it to make you say things that you didn't say, and you can't say anything because you're under contract. And then you have people, strangers who do not know you, who are writing either really great things or absolutely horrible things about you. And you have to take that in, because it's just a job. Not everybody is built for that. I talk a big game about, oh, I could do this for reality TV. I don't know if I could take that stress. That's a stressful job. I don't know if I could. And again, I'm saying I don't know. I don't know if I could take that every day. I don't know if I wouldn't be the one like showing up to people's houses, ready to fight. Like, you said that you was going to run me over. You know what I mean? Like, that's not an insult on her for her to be too soft for the show. It's not an insult at all. You're too soft to be like fighting with everybody at your job on a daily basis. I'll take it. I'll take it. Who wants that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why reality TV is seen as the gutter, because of what you have to do to create that show. Yes, you're playing a character, but you're playing a caricature of yourself. So it's still you at the end of the day. An actor can be like, oh, that was the person that I was playing on that TV show, that fake TV show set in a fake location. An actor can get away with that, not a reality TV star. Like Nene. Oh, you know what? We'll talk about her in Atlanta, but it's like, even if she was playing, or Kenya, playing a villain, she can't come out and say, oh, I was hired to be the villain of the show. She can come out and say that. You know what I mean? Because then it lets you know that it was fake, right? So she's doing these things, and people are like, oh, Kenya's evil, Kenya's mean, not knowing that she's being paid to play this part on the show. She can handle it, obviously. Not everybody can. I don't think I could, unless it's like a TV show. You can't hire me on a reality TV show to play a villain. It takes a toll way too much, and the money for me ain't worth it. Absolutely, Tracy. Tracy said, Michael and Juan, no cameras in Vegas, just the two of them sound like a problem waiting to happen. Let me get into Atlanta. Oh, Simply Simone. People were complaining about Atlanta, talking about Black Lives Matter. The devil is a liar. Thank you, Pink Unicorn. We Philly girls can take a lot, but guys, showing up to work every day, knowing that you're going to have to fight or be shaped. Like nobody is just, some people are. I was about to say something that, some people are just evil, right? But the majority of us are not like that. That takes a toll on you every damn day. And this is your life for the next 6 months. So you know that you'll be going to this dinner where there will be a fight or an argument or somebody who doesn't like you. Not everybody can do that. So it's not a bad thing that Candace can't handle that. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to handle that on a daily basis. Not even for money. Hey, Brownie, what's up, my love? I am Rachel, said Nikki, have you ever auditioned for Issa Rae's Insecure? I would love to hear you talk more about being an actress, etc. That is actually coming in January. So look out for that. But I've never auditioned. I've never auditioned for anyone, for any of her shows. I would love to, but I had an agent. I'll be real. I had an agent who did not want me to do Black shows. I'm not with this agent anymore. But they wanted me to be like mainstream. And I guess Black shows wasn't mainstream because I have friends who are writers on the show, and they're just like, we wanted you for this. Like, we asked your agent and they didn't submit you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I would love to have been on that show, but they wanted me to shows. Hollywood is something. I'm telling you, Hollywood is a mess. Don't let these liberal actors fool you. Hollywood is the South in the 1800s. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Anyway, anyway, let me get into Atlanta because we're I don't want to go into what's what am I doing at 2? Child, I got a live at 2. Let me change that. Hold on. I just realized I have a live at 2. What live am I doing at 2, guys? What live is that? Is that the Bachelor? Love the Lockup, and that was a good one. Okay. The Lockup, I'm going to change it to 2:15 just to give myself time to get another smoothie. Child. Yeah, listen, y'all. This food poisoning ain't no joke. I've lost weight, but I'm not like this, baby. I want all smoothies. Anyway, I'm going to change Love at the Lockup to 2:15 so I can have enough time to wrap up Atlanta here with you guys. Where is it? I didn't have so many damn Love at the Lockups. Hold on to your love. The odds of playing games now. It's not the one you. Today is the 11th. Yeah, okay, so guys, I'm going to change the upcoming Love After Lockup to 2:15 because, like I said, I don't have a lot to talk about with Atlanta. They ain't really give me nothing. So my Love After Lockup peeps, it'll be at 2:15 a day, 2:15 p.m. All right, let me get into Atlanta. If you are here just for the Atlanta review, my loves, it starts right now. Oh, that's the wrong one, right? Anyway, we'll figure it out. So let's get into Nene. So a few days ago, I posted on here. Actually, I posted "Say What You Want," but my text messages it's full of work and gossip. Okay, child. So I posted jokingly. I have to say that because the comments were like so alarming that "Say What You Want," the Real Housewives of Atlanta is dry boots without Nene. I still believe that. And when I'm talking about Nene, I'm not talking about the woman that I met when I was doing press, because y'all know that story. I told you I've only met 2 housewives, and Nene was the only my last reality TV star interview that I did. I didn't even do the interview. I asked it, and I actually quit that job because what I got into this industry. I've always been an actress and a writer, but you know, when you don't know anybody or have anything, you got to work your way into getting in to, the places where you can be able to audition for stuff. So I started off in the industry as press, where I was interviewing A-listers, B-listers, Z-listers, reality TV stars for like films and movies and any kind of musical projects that they have going on. And I was doing that for an online magazine. And I went to, Jamie Foxx was having a birthday party, and the magazine that I worked for had several people that they wanted me to talk to. At that time, NikkiNicoleStar was hot, and she was on this. Jamie Foxx was one of them, and a bunch of A-listers, and then like NikkiNicoleStar, right? So this was when she was huge at that time. And Jamie Foxx, amazing, the sweetest guy ever. He had just won an Oscar, and he was so accommodating to like all of the press, and he didn't have to be, because normally actors, directors, writers, especially if they're like an A-lister, treat press like garbage, and they take it, right? But you don't take it from a reality TV star. So all the A-listers were the sweetest and the kindest, gave me so much content. Then it came time for me to interview NikkiNicoleStar. And I think, yes, the issue was she didn't like the press that I was with, or not like, but it wasn't big enough for her to do an interview with. So I was like really pulling teeth to try to get an interview with her. And because she was acting a certain way and she was on my list, I was going to go back to her. I tried to speak to Cynthia, which was really weird, right? Cynthia was with her husband at the time. I don't know what his name was. I do know his name, but I forget it. It was the Jamaican one with the beard. She was with her husband at the time. And so I went and asked NikkiNicoleStar if she was ready for the interview, because this is why you show up to the freaking event, to be interviewed by press, so we can let the world know what you're doing. And she went, honey, not right now. I need to handle this. I was like, who the hell is she talking to? So immediately I scrapped the interview with her. I was like, no, you're not going to talk to me like that. And I knew when I scrapped the interview with her, I knew my job was probably in jeopardy, but done. So then I would ask Cynthia if she was ready for the interview, and her husband pulled her hand, right? And Cynthia looked at me, and then she looked down at the ground. And he was like, we're not doing one either. And Nina was like, come on, y'all. And he like pulled her away, and Nina got her other hand and pulled her away. And Cynthia like looked at me in distress and then put her head down and walked away. And I was like, what the hell is like? This is too weird. And if, and my magazine wasn't a gossip. It wasn't a gossip magazine. I wouldn't do, if y'all can know right now, I'm not a gossip channel. Like, who has the time? And the energy, like, that's just, I couldn't. So that's like not what we wrote. But I was just like, if I was a gossip writer, this would be so good for my magazine. Like, so good if I was a writer and I worked for a magazine like that. So that whole interview scrapped. And I knew that when I talked to my editor, I knew that was going to be the end for me. But they liked me so much, they kept me on a little bit longer. But I knew when I like refused to, like, that was because I talked to my editor and I was just like, I'm not interviewing reality TV stars. Like, I'm not doing it. They are the worst. And NikkiNicoleStar was the worst reality TV star that I interviewed, but there have been worse. Like, none of them, not one reality TV star that I interviewed was worth the trouble. Not one. Morgan Freeman, a delight. Jamie Foxx, a delight. Like, there were so many A-listers and who were just wonderful to interview, and but the reality TV stars were an absolute nightmare. So when I kept on refusing to interview reality TV stars, and I started getting like one interview here, one interview here, I knew that it was like they liked me, but this is what brings traffic to the magazine. If I wasn't going to do that, it didn't make any sense for me to be there. So she was the one who freed me. NikkiNicoleStar freed me from, doing press anymore. That was my last time doing press because of her. I said all that to say, I'm not a fan of this woman. Not in real life and not on the show. What I was saying, like, you should know now. Like, I felt like the one person I was going back and forth with before I deleted that demon wasn't a subscriber. So they didn't know what we do here at NikkiStar TV and how I do the reviews. What I'm doing, I guess I'm giving you comedy, right? But I'm also giving you the perspective of somebody in production, somebody who works in TV, somebody who knows this industry. I'm giving you industry perspective. I'm not just, guessing some stuff. Some stuff I know. Okay. So like, that's where I'm coming from. When I said that, I was speaking about Nene Leakes, the character on reality TV. The character that, let's be very clear, built Bravo, built it. Yes, the Real Housewives of Orange County was the first housewife show, but that show wasn't making no money until Atlanta came. That network wasn't making no money until Atlanta came on the scene. Nene is a nasty person, from my perspective, from what I've met, right? Still, Bravo should have gave her whatever, even if she was difficult. They should have gave that woman whatever she wanted. She didn't have the wisdom back in the day to ask for what she could ask for, because wasn't nobody checking for that show until that black woman with them bad wigs got on there and was like, ooh, ooh. What was she? Who was she? What did she say about somebody? Her and Dwight. Nene and Dwight. Let's be very clear. How are you going to have a fashion show with no fashions? And Nene was like, what is this, honey? The ghetto. Let's be real. You cannot like her. That's fine. But let's be real. Even if what she did to me, I don't have no hate towards her. I don't, dislike the woman. She freed me from doing press. So I thank the Lord for using her and getting me on the path that I need to be on. But let's be very clear. Bravo was built by Nene Leakes, guys. Everybody else is really interesting. They are not interesting without that woman. They are not. They are just not interesting. Who she has became after that, not talking about that one. I'm not talking about the chick that reached for A-list status, got accepted in, and then came back down. She should have stayed A-list and let it go. She came back. The money was good, but all money ain't good money. She shouldn't have came back for that money. She came back and she messed up her trajectory in the entertainment industry, period. What I'm saying about Atlanta is if they can't find that magic that they had back in the day with Nene leading this cast, they got to let them broads go, start over again, or bring Nene back. That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it because I know what I'm talking about. Y'all can say, a lot of people are just like, oh my goodness, this is the first episode. Your opinion, you should just give it a chance. I am. And my opinion will probably change. It'll never be the opinion of what the opinion that I had of the show when it first started. It'll never be that. The original cast made this show worth it. Unfortunately, they all got a little money and their heads got big, and they're just not the same people that they used to be. So either get rid of everybody and start from scratch, or bring the old broads back and let them know. You got to give them some limitations. You got to let them know you're not cussing us out. You're not telling us what you want to do. We're going back to how it used to be. If y'all can get them to that point with the old cast, I think it'll be a hit. But if not, y'all gotta let this go. These ladies ain't working together. It's not going to work. We're not going to get any comedy this season. That's what the Real Housewives of Atlanta is known for. We're not going to get it. We're going to get some fun moments, probably from Portia, but that's pretty much it. We're going to get negativity, fake storylines, old storylines, and sex. Yay. Anyway, so that's what that whole thing was about. But let's get into this season and this episode and why it was boring. I thought it was boring as well, but I excused it. Here is why. This show is a full black cast, right? After everything that we have experienced as a society, a community, there was no way they were not going to talk about Black Lives Matter. So the show started off very somber and sad. And you also have to realize, guys, we're still living through this, right? So the show started off the opener of this season just sad, just very depressing. We're going back to protests and seeing people, George Floyd is, they got clips of him on the ground. Very sad opener. You can't go from that, right? And then jump us into this hedonism that is going to come from this season, which is going to be a problem because this stuff is still happening. So they're going to try to mix in Portia, Martin Luther King, also known as Portia. They're going to try to mix that in and then bring in this like sex scandal. And it's just not going to work. That's why I was just like, we need some comedy. We need something to bring it up. Hold on, I know what that is. We got a what? We got a girl, Priscilla. Thank you, Priscilla. I love you much. Thank you. Thank you. So we started off just really sad because of that. And there was no way around it, guys. There was no way around it. They had to address what was going on. They had to. And I'm glad they did. Unfortunately, it's like, you don't come to this show for that. And it's like, ugh, we like reality TV so we can escape. You know what I mean? We're coming here. It's just like, yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Y'all got to talk about this. Okay. I will say, I was very impressed. And I feel like I will be impressed by her for the rest of the season. Just from what I've seen. Like I said, guys, my opinion will change. But from what I've seen in the clips, in just this opening episode, Portia is going to be the saving grace of this season. The new girls don't look like they got anything interesting going on. I've watched clips of this show. I've also, got inside information from like, raw footage of certain things. And it's just like dry boobs. But who knows? Who knows? Because they're still filming, still editing. So who knows? This, my perception, my opinion can change. But so far, it's just like, okay. But Portia, to me, I feel like will be the saving grace of this season. Because when Homegirl said the point of this, what I got from this is that I'm going to do it again. I said, come on. Harriet Tubman, who? Come on, Portia. Also, this look, do I have the picture? I think I took a picture of it because I was gagged. Did I take a picture of Portia's look? No, because I was going through hell and high water. I didn't take the picture. Oh, wait, I think I took the picture. The picture? No, I didn't. I did not take a picture of her confessional look, but she looked amazing. Y'all know I love a sparkle. That, that whole set, the sparkle with the black background, she looked great. She looked great. But that's what I feel like. Portia's going to be the saving grace of this entire season. I don't see any storylines that are interesting. Let's start with Candy, who I love on this show and outside of this show. She is a great person, guys. Like, who you see on the show is pretty much who you would get in real life. She's a good person, very nice, helps everybody. Like, who you see on the show is who she is. She's very, very sweet. When you see her being shady or messy, that's Candy producing, because everybody knows in the industry, everybody knows that Candy produces storylines on this show. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Outside of that, great person, a sweetheart. I'm telling you that now. Even if she's a sweetheart, right? On this show, I don't care about blocking child support. I don't. Riley is 32. I don't care. And also, we've been through this journey with you. I think what's happening with Candy is that life is good. Life is good with Candy. She doesn't have anything going on, any mess going on. And in order not to be dropped down to a friend of the show and change that money, I feel like she's going into the closet and bringing out this old storyline where it's like, oh, I love you, Candy. Block don't want to help me with Riley. I don't care. On the show. I don't care. Hold on. We got a super chat from Opal. Thank you, Opal. Opal said, missed you, Nikki. Thank you for lifting our spirits. Thank you for lifting my spirits, Opal. And you guys too. We talked about it in the beginning. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Opal. So, yeah, we don't care. We've seen it. You know what I mean? We've been through that journey with you. You're taking us back 4 years ago because your life is great. Your life is great. You don't have any drama. Like, you sat down with the story producer and you realize you don't have anything. Like, I don't have anything controversial. I don't, what is something that is still present in my life? I'm still fighting with this man over child support. And the kid is 32. We don't care. Like, that's just not, it's not interesting. And it's sad that you're dealing with it. And it's something that so many women go through, but we walk through that with you, right? We wrap that up. It's still happening, but we've wrapped up. We've gotten out of it what we can. We're going to get the same thing again, the same scenes, the same situation, just years later. And we don't care enough to tune in every week to watch that, right? We have Kenya, who is, listen, Stans, I don't care what you think. She's the villain. Guys, stop it. It's a TV show. You do not know this woman. She is hired to be a villain. This is not my opinion. This is just fact. She is hired to be the villain on this show. But mama can't do her villainous work because she's stressed out over a dude. Kenya is stressed. She don't even look the same. She can't be, let's be real, the wonderful reality TV star of TV show villain that she is, because this man then did a number on her mind. Even her lawyer said, girl, get it together. What, do you know who you are? Like, when your lawyer got to give you a pep talk. Jesus. Oh my God. Mark put her through hell. Kenya don't, when we saw Kenya, I was like, oh, Jesus. Oh, God, you know what? Sometimes I want a man. Sometimes I want to be in a relationship. And then I just see what these men be doing to y'all. And I'm like, you know what? Single ain't so bad. Being a hot auntie, the hot single auntie is not so bad. Because he has done it. She does not look like herself. Kenya not wearing makeup. You know what I mean? Kenya has gained like 30 pounds. The weave, her, normally she would have her leave out matching the tracks. You wouldn't see nothing. We seeing tracks. The texture of the weave and the leave out is changing, not blended together. You know what I mean? She's showing up in Ross blouses and Charlotte Russe pumps. Her storyline this season is going to be fighting with Mark and building this pool in her backyard. No, I don't want that from Kenya. I want her to do what she has been hired to do. I want her to be shady. Listen, even if she's a mom now and she don't want to be as evil as she used to be, I'll take it. I prefer that. But I need you to be in them confessionals being shady. I can't tune in every week to you crying over Mark and how you can't stay in his place. How is this? Are they still married? I just don't understand. Kenya, there's something missing in the storyline. It's giving me real as we lay. As we lay. When I take the baby to New York, we stay in a hotel. Y'all can't stay with him? Why you gotta say? She didn't say that I choose to stay in a hotel because we're not in the best of places. She says that she has to stay in a hotel. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Does he have another family? Does he have a different life there? Like, what is something? Somebody ain't doing the math right. It's not adding up for me. Something is missing. It's just, this story is just not making sense. And I don't want to see this from her. I want my villain. I can't believe I'm saying this. I want my villain back. My villain has been beat up. Okay. This man has taken the life from her. We need it back. We need 911. We need her back. We need her shading in the confessionals. We need her, getting the girls together. What is happening? What is happening? This can't be it. And again, if she wants to tone it down because she's a mom now, I'll take it. I prefer it, actually. I don't like her evil. I like, light shade, drama, reading, because she can read. In them confessionals, homegirl be reading. That's what I want. But now it's like, Mark, he doesn't want to see the baby of Brooklyn, my pool, Mark. We got a whole season of that. just feel like guys, when we tune in, we want something fresh. We want to know what has changed. What are you doing now? We went through that journey with you, with Mark. We didn't enjoy it. We didn't, we really didn't enjoy your baby father. He just seemed like a terrible guy. You taking us through that again? And are y'all back together? Child, I can't. And we're not going to get anything from Portia besides protest and sex. They need a new production company or something. There needs to be an overhaul because who sent me the tea? Hold on. Can I bring it up? Guys, I get so many Instagram DMs from y'all. I be trying to save the tea, but I can't. Somebody sent me some tea about the real. If you're in this live, tag yourself. If you sent me the tea about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because guys, and I'm doing that live. I think I'm doing that live on Saturday. Listen, either Friday or Saturday. Listen. Remember my last live on Salt Lake, and we were just like, and we were talking about how something is different with this show. So one of you, my lovely subscribers, sent me some tea on Instagram about how the reason why the show looks so disjointed is because Bravo fired the production company halfway through them filming the season. So we're getting old footage and new footage mixed together. And there were two people, like one person crazy, that crazy girl who was at Jen's party that she threw for Meredith that was just like, oh my God, happy birthday. She was a full-time cast member. They dropped her down and made Mary, who was a friend. They made that choice, but they could have dropped somebody else down, a friend, and kept that crazy girl. But I guess it was too much crazy with her and Mary as like, the main cast members. So, their call or whatever. But they fired the production company. They hired a new one, probably one that they worked with before. And we were able to get the season that we are getting now. Listen, Bravo got to do the same thing with Atlanta. Atlanta has not been given it. Atlanta has not been given it. Atlanta has been giving numbers because the fan base is loyal. The fan base is loyal. But the seasons have not been worth the views, guys. It hasn't. So I feel like this is what, and again, I don't like to see nobody out of work. But Bravo has to make a change in the production company. They are not delivering good content. They're just not doing it. They're just not doing it. And that's what needs to happen. We haven't met any of the new girls, so can't really give a read on them. But unfortunately, I'm prepared to be disappointed because we got the main cast members, right? We got what we were introduced to their storylines basically this season. None of them are interesting, aside from Portia. I would love to see her journey, right? Her protester, her enlightenment journey in civil rights. I would love to see that. But outside of that, what is she going to give us? Sex dungeon stuff? Portia, we know you're a freak. We've been here. We know. What else? What else? And it can't just be all on Portia. Like nobody else is bringing anything. All Cynthia has is this wedding that Bravo didn't cover because they thought it was they thought it was distasteful that she was having a huge wedding in a pandemic. So what else she got going on? Your man don't even want it. And not saying that because he doesn't want a big wedding with Cynthia that Mike doesn't want to be with her. I happen to really like Mike. I happen to really like Cynthia. This 350 person wedding in a pandemic is disgusting. It's disgusting. And, people have a right to voice, because I'm not saying that the hate that she is getting is necessary and that she deserves it, right? But people who have lost family members, people who are currently sick with this virus, people who are sick of living in this, world now with this virus have every right to cuss you out for probably having a wedding that's a super spreader. It's really ugly. It's really ugly. And the fact that nobody had the wherewithal, this shows you how disconnected the rich and the poor are. The fact that nobody in your community had the wherewithal to say, this is not going to look good on TV. This is not a good look for you to do. Don't do this. The fact that nobody said that to you. Nobody said anything about the pandemic. It's just like, oh, we don't need to do it right now. It's too many, it's we don't need a big wedding. I don't want a big wedding. Nobody has brought up, oh, this is something horrible to do in a deadly pandemic that is affecting millions and especially obliterating our community that we come from. Nobody thought they had that conversation. Very disconnected. So yeah, this is the first episode. You're right. It could get better. Or it can't. The fact that I don't know that is the problem, because I always knew back in the day we all planned and we were going to have a good time. Remember when we had watch parties? Remember that? Remember every week we all got together before the pandemic and tuned into this show, and then we will all get on Twitter and have another, good old time about this show. It's disappointing where it's at. I think that really, to be honest with you, I think the only thing that could change it is a new production company. They've shown us what they can give us. And I'm only saying that because we have backed up evidence with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. The season that this new production company turned out, my God, today, Salt Lake City is giving me old Atlanta. It's every episode, you're like, what the hell is going on? But I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. That's what Atlanta used to do for me. So I don't know. This first episode was, wasn't that great. And unfortunately, it was set up that way where it couldn't. And I'm not saying that they wanted to tank the show, but how great can you be when you're opening up with the slaughter of Black people? It wasn't really set up to be a good opening episode. So I would give them that. I'll still watch. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I'm dedicated to the show. Even if I don't review it, I'll still watch because I've been doing it for so long. It's like, it's just in me, I guess, to watch these shows. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you were just here for the review, it ends right now. Now I'm going to chit chat with y'all for a couple minutes because I know I got to get out of here and get into the next one. Oh, Stay for Love After Lockup. I enjoyed that episode. Bravo. Hire Love After Lockup's production team for Atlanta. Every episode, they give you something. Love After Lockup was good this last episode. Mary and Jen are crazy. Yes, they are. I saw too. Oh, hold on. Brandon is saying something. Brandon Riley said, exactly. If I can invest my love and passion for Real Housewives of Atlanta and the Real Housewives of Potomac, then I have the right to invest my negative emotions towards them as well. Well, you know what, Brandon? Live your life. Live your best life. Oh, Miss Brown Sugar said something that I missed, but Order Steps is agreeing with you. Order Step said, I completely agree with you. I thought that Cynthia had some sense about her. It just signaled to me that she was looking for attention. Oh, I wish I knew what Miss Brown Sugar said. These comments go so fast. I can't go back and try to catch that. Jade, thank you. Nobody agrees with me on this, but finally somebody agrees with me. Jade said they need to go call Carlos King and Nene, period. Carlos was the only one who could work well with Nene. These new people, well, y'all know Carlos got fired after he, which was, listen, it was a bad move. He crafted that whole Candy and Todd drugging Portia and taking her to the sex dungeon storyline. So that's why he got cut. But listen, we're mending fences with everybody. Mend fences with him. He was the only one who could give us a good season. Thank you. Conversation and Libations with Azora. Hey. Said, I'm just watching Atlanta out of loyalty at this point. Same. I don't want them to fail. You know what I mean? Yes, I am Rachel said, I want Unknown Housewife. They have no ears and have nothing to lose. They give good TV, especially if they're not making a lot of money. You know what I mean? The ones who have money don't hustle the same as the ones who don't. Like Sonia Morgan was always doing it, dipping it and doing it, turning out a season, doing whatever because she wasn't needing money. She's still in need of money. She's going to give you a season no matter what. Because listen, the money that she has, a poor middle class person can live off for the rest of their life. She is of the 1%. She has, she married into a billionaire family, $1 billion family. You know what I mean? So that is the life that she knows and the life that she wants to keep up. So she will do what needs to be done. Lee and Wendy, to me, made great splashes on their first season. More of them. Now, like Wendy, she wants to make this her full-time job. So she's doing what needs to be done so that she could get another season. Some people thought that she was doing too much, but I'm like, she wants to get back on this show. So she did what needed to be done. Jade said, you can tell that Candy has resentment towards Carlos. That's why she tried to blame him for bringing out her baby daddy and making it a storyline while she revisited it unprovoked. Well, this is the thing. A good EP, this is the truth. A good EP of a reality TV show is not a friend to the cast. When you start becoming, friends and buddies and family to the cast, you betray the viewers. Here is why. Because now you're just giving us favorable edits of your friends on the show. Beverly Hills, Atlanta now. What's another one? OC. You know what I mean? They're all like OC is probably going to change the following season because a lot of the OGs have severed their relationship with the producers. But for a time, they're coming to you, but your son's bat mitzvah. Is it bar or bat? Which one is bat for the? It's bat and bar. I don't know which one is which. I'm African American. But if you know which one, you know what I mean. They're going to the kids' bar and bat mitzvahs. There's some going to christenings and birthday parties and graduations of your children. When you start doing that, you cross the line, and you have now crossed the line into being in the pocket of the cast. You're not going to give the best show. You're not going to talk about their money issues because that's your friend, and you don't want to hurt your friend's feelings. Unfortunately, that's not what we signed up to watch as viewers. So that's why I felt like Carlos was a good producer because, listen, a good EP, because he's not your friend. He's doing his job. He's an executive producer. So even if you don't want us to talk about you getting sued, by a magazine or whatever for $1 million, you don't want us to talk about that, but we have to talk about it because it's something that has actually happened to you. If the news is talking about it, if the blogs are talking about it, of course the show has to talk about it. But we don't get that information on the show when you and the EP are buddies. You're doing sleepovers. You're hanging out. They're coming to your restaurants. But a good EP is not a friend of the cast. Black Gal, I get that. Black Gal said they're in Atlanta. It's been open forever. So expecting people to care about COVID ain't really likely. I get that, right? But you are having a probably super spreader wedding of 350 people in a black city where this virus is killing us in record numbers more than any other community. And this show is going out to the world. It's irresponsible. It's irresponsible. And I don't care if Atlanta is open. It's still dangerous to have a gathering of 350 people at your wedding where everybody was not wearing a mask. I'm not telling you what you saw. I'm telling you what I know. So it's just irresponsible. Thank you, Miss Brown Sugar. Bar mitzvah boy, bat mitzvah girl. I should know that. I'm embarrassed. I'm slipping. Yep, I am Rachel said that's the problem with Beverly Hills. There are too many ties between the producers and the cast. That's guys. You are all very smart as viewers. When the shows start to change, you're just like, what is going on? Storylines are now, some people are getting favor storylines, some people are not. The producer is now giving, terrible edits to the cast member that your cast member that's now your best buddy doesn't like. You know what I mean? A good EP is not a friend of the cast, and they do not interact with the cast until it's time to do the reunion. That's a good EP. The producers, story producers, talent producers, they interact with the cast, but the EP, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because when you start crossing those lines get blurred and storylines get changed. Oh, yes. Miss Brown Sugar said apparently the housewife producers need to take lessons from the Bachelor production team because those folks are gully. Yes, gully. No one is safe, not even the leads. Come on. You think, guys, the Bachelor and the Bachelorette don't ever interact with Mike Fleiss, who is the EP of that show. He don't ever interact with them. He's not friends with none of them. None of them. He don't deal with them. He says, get me a show, period. Who got this? This one got an eating disorder. This one got an alcohol addiction. Put them on. Perfect. Oh, this one is racist. Let's go. Put them on a season for the first Black Bachelorette so we can have a whole conversation about race. I don't care if it traumatizes Rachel. It's going to get people watching. Sad to say, but that's a good EP because their only concern is the viewers. Their only concern is the money. You want to give a show that will bring in a lot of views that will then start making companies want to put their commercials during the breaks of your shows. That's all this is. Y'all don't realize that all this stuff, these drinks throwing, these people getting beat in the back of their skull, marriages being exposed, people's finances being exposed on the show, people coming out on the show. All of that is just so Nabisco can throw Bravo $3 million to put a little cookie commercial during the break. That's all this is. They doing all this tap dancing for Nabisco, Walmart, Target. That's all this is, guys. That's all it is. Jade said, cough, cough. Even Potomac Monique has not only posted up with bloggers, but producers calling close friends. And you wonder why production did not give her the deserved energy because they're cool. That's the problem. That's the problem. Thank you, Balak. Sippy Simone said Bravo had already planned to film the wedding, but when it had to be moved inside, Bravo axed it the morning of the wedding. You're right, Simone. You're absolutely right. And then tried to put out this thing where they just was like, oh, this is not something that we want to cover. We want to be sensitive. Their cameras were there though. So we're probably just going to get B-roll of the wedding, but not the full wedding. Oh, you're right, Shantavia. He was inviting people. He really, really was. We're talking about Mike inviting people, saying that he wanted a small wedding, but you're inviting people to this wedding. It's just irresponsible. I am Rachel. Most of the producers get starstruck. Unless you're Carlos King. He did what needed to be done. Y'all might not like him, but he did what needed to be done. Oh, yes. Okay, so yes, we buy houses. One said, that's why I stopped watching Funky Dineva. Once the people become friends with folks, the review sucks. This is what I will say about Funky Dineva. One, Funky Dineva talked about that. And Wendy Williams talked about this as well. Like, it's really hard. So Wendy was just like, I don't like when, celebrities invite me to stuff because then I start to become their friend and I can't talk honestly and truthfully about their situation. And that's my job. Funky Dineva said the same thing. Funky Dineva was just like, I had to stop going to stuff because you get caught up. You get caught up in a whirlwind of a celebrity and, you start to enjoy being friends with this person who you were watching on TV, either talking about or enamored with. So he did address that. I still have his reviews though. I think he gives great reviews. And also, I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram, but my sister who has worked with him before, my family gave me, the day that I was supposed to go live, my family gave me a surprise Zoom party. And one of the surprises was Funky Dineva. Like he called into the Zoom, wished me a happy birthday and everything. It was really sweet. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I like him. And I'm not just saying that about him because I like him. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. Because I remember I thought the same way. I was just like, I feel like this review is biased. And then I wasn't the only one who felt that, because a lot of people were telling him that. And then he came back and he was just like, well, you're right. This is what's going on. Understandable. Understandable. Like, I'm in the same situation. Like, there are things that I know that I'm just not going to say, because one, this is not what this channel is, right? This is like a comedy channel. We have fun over here. This ain't gossip. But also, there's, stuff I know about people that I like. And although I feel like it may help the review and may help the storyline, I like this person, and I'm not going to say that, So it happens. It happens. And you get into a little difficult situation here, because you're just like, you want to be open and honest with your subscribers, because they are taking time out of their day to spend with you to talk about this show. But I also got a relationship with this person and I really like them. And I don't think it's appropriate to talk about this issue. But these people, like me, enjoy what I'm doing, and they want to spend time here with me to talk about this. It's difficult. It's very, very difficult. So I don't blame them. I get it. I absolutely get it. Lord knows I'm probably going to be talking different when I get a TV show. Guys, it happens. It happens. So I understand. I understand everybody. I really do. I understand Funky, and I understand what you guys are saying. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've been out of the loop. Simply Simone. Are you kidding me? Simply Simone said, you think the rumors about NBC selling Bravo are true, especially with the Kardashians moving to E! and Hulu? Girl, the Kardashians moved to Disney. Real quick, because I got to get out of here. Disney has changed the game. I don't know what this industry is going to look like now. What Disney just did yesterday, Disney and Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers sold their entire lineup, film, TV, their entire lineup to HBO Max. What the heck, guys? Let me tell you something. Little insider tea. The industry is going nuts right now. It is crazy in these Hollywood streets right now, because nobody, like, Warner Brothers and Disney just changed the game. It's a whole different playing field, y'all. I don't know what's happening with these shows. I don't know what's happening with these movies. I don't know. It is insanity right now. Like, behind the scenes, it's craziness. Ciao. Warner Brothers set it up, and Disney came in with the 1-2 punch and said Hollywood will never be the same. Baby. Yes, SCP. Funky is, and he says it. He is friends with Candace and Chris, and he's just like, I tell it like it is. It's his opinion. Oh yeah, I don't think that Monique is paying people. I don't think that. But I think that if you befriend a blogger, I think they're gonna, if you pay them a little, like, I will be real. I don't think Monique is paying all these people, but it is very true that there are a lot of housewives, reality TV show people, period, who pay. It's like you pay press. You pay press, you get a PR person, you pay bloggers, all to give not only, favorable reviews of you, but also to put the stuff that you're out there doing. That's just something that happens in the industry. You pay, if you want to get a good edit of yourself out there to the world, you pay the press. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Miss Brown Sugar, this is the thing. The pandemic has changed everybody's finances. Miss Brown Sugar said, this is the last question I'm going to answer because I got to go. Miss Brown Sugar said, I'm fascinated too because you think that WB was big enough to own its own merge, but HBO Max does not have a built-in infrastructure. Let me tell you something. This pandemic changed the game. Insider tea about one of the big networks. One of the big networks was going to run out of content by September 1st. September first, they were not going to have anything left to put on TV. And if you do not have any content, companies, businesses are not going to buy commercials on your net. That's how networks stay afloat, with these businesses, these companies, these big, conglomerates buying commercials during their shows. You know what I mean? That's how you pay for everything at those networks, right? One of the big networks is running out of content. So when you have no content, you have no network. So what they started off with layoffs, so they were just like, you know what, we're not really good with streaming services. Let's buy a streaming service and let's create a new one. So now we can create content and put it out there so that people, can see it, because nobody's able to film anything. Nobody's able to go out into the movie theaters. So what we have to do is buy a streaming service, create our own streaming service, create these shows to bring fan fodder to the shows that will be coming out, and buy old shows that are fan favorites that have already been playing, and get people into these shows and have this content for commercials to put ads on or buy during the middle of our episodes, so that we can bring in some money. It's a money grab right now because there's no money. And like, you thought you were living a paycheck to paycheck? Everybody living paycheck to paycheck. So a big network was about to be tanked by this pandemic. So they had to, they're going streaming now. HBO Max, all these people are going streaming now because you can't film any shows. You can't. It's impossible right now to film a show, to film any show without somebody getting COVID. It's impossible. It's impossible. So, it's very risky to film shows. So not a lot of shows are in production right now. And a lot of these networks were in deep doo-doo. So WB was like, we're going to survive this, baby. Let me tell y'all something. When that happened, it was a shift in the atmosphere. The way my phone was blowing up, people were like, what just happened? And then Disney said, oh, we're not done. Let me match what WB did. Guys, I don't know what's happening. Stay tuned. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me oh shoot. Oh my gosh, I'm over time. I moved lower the lock up to 2:15. It's 2:30. I love y'all. I gotta get out of here. Oh, thank you for ordered step. Hey, Soprano too. Child, I'm not saying who, but I love y'all. Anyway, thank y'all so much for spending your time with me. Thank you so much for checking in on your girl and loving on me. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you want to watch, if you want to talk about Love at the Lockup, join me, because I'm about to hop on now. I'm mad late. Sorry, Love at the Lockup people. I love y'all. I will see you soon. Bye. Oh no. Let's end this stream.